This old man sits at the village gate every day, holding a sword in his arms. He always looks kind and gentle, yet any monster that underestimates him is killed in a single strike. He has guarded this village for over 400 years without fail, all because of a promise he once made to his human wife. Dwarves usually live a little over 300 years, so a dwarf named Grandpa Ford has lived an exceptionally long life. But sadly, he has already forgotten almost everything. When Friarin ran into someone she once knew, she decided to go see him. Friarin greeted him, and introduced this battle-hardened old warrior to everyone, yet he could no longer remember who Friarin was. Friarin refused to believe that, and asked how long he planned to keep pretending. At that moment, the old man's eyes turned sharks. Huh?
戦闘での死因の多くは油断だ。
Stark is already considered a top-tier warrior, yet after taking one hit from the old man, he couldn't stand for a long time. If the old man had drawn his sword, Stark's leg would have been gone. The villagers were shocked. It was the first time they realized Grandpa Ford even had friends, and the first time they had ever seen him chatting so happily with someone. All the villagers knew was that he had been protecting the village from monsters and demons for as long as anyone could remember, but no one knew the reason anymore. 400 years. It was impossible to imagine how much loneliness Ford had endured. Friarin was actually grateful to him, because it was Ford who had caused her to change. When Friarin's party came here long ago, Himmel was curious why he guarded the village so relentlessly. Ford said it wasn't important, but no one risks their life for something meaningless. In the end, Ford gave in. It turned out he was protecting his beloved wife's village. His wife was human, and humans live less than 100 years. He was simply honoring a promise he had made long ago. Ford didn't want to share any more details. Those memories belonged to him alone. Ford admitted that Himmel was a great hero, and said he would carry the memory of the great hero Himmel into the future. Himmel told him that wasn't necessary, because his party still had Friarin, and Friarin would carry their story into the future.
仲間に恵まれたな。
Ford then asked if Friarin still remembered Himmel's face and voice. Of course she did. Those were precious memories. But Ford could no longer remember his wife's face, voice, or eyes. At first, Friarin thought he was joking, until she mentioned their destination, the land where souls rest, the place where the Demon King's castle once stood. Ford thought they were going to defeat the Demon King, and said he hoped the days of peace would come soon. That was when Friarin realized Ford hadn't been lying, because the Demon King had been defeated many years ago. All she could do was promise that she would carry his story into the future. The next morning, Friarin's party prepared to leave. Ford stopped Friarin, perhaps because talking about the past with her. He dreamed of his wife that night. After Friarin left, Ford closed his eyes once again, and sat quietly on the stone.